All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this evening. Thursday night, we do appreciate your time with us. You've picked a great evening to come and join us on. We call it our Third Degree Thursday. And what we do is before this evening, we'd speak for at least a week before to all the folk that work with us here at Dew Point. And we say, go out and find the most difficult people you know and bring them bring them to Thursday's presentation. And so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you've got the title of being the toughest individuals. You're the toughest guys out there because they came and selected you to bring you here this evening. So whether you're watching us in our audience this evening or if you're watching us live from around the country, you get that title this evening. And we hope that over the next sort of 60 minutes, we can really show you something different and really open your minds to a whole new world that's happening in the South African economy here today. That's my objective this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is to present to you what we are doing here at Dew Point. Now, to start with, Dew Point is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We're a 66-year-old insurance company, homegrown, born and grown in South Africa. We're listed on the JSE under Conduit Capital, and you will, of course, find us at the FSCA. We're a licensed life and short-term insurance company. If you want, you can obviously jump on the internet. Everything about us is there, but you can also see next to our front door here all of our licenses and our associations with what used to be the old FSB. They've got to reprint all their certificates now, but they're now the FSCA that governs us here. We want you to have comfort with this fact because, as you know, in South Africa, every day there is something new that crops up its head and wants to bounce around, take our money, and then sail away. And just in the last 2 weeks, we've had 2 more incidents of it in South Africa. Millions of dollars worth of South African rands are being taken out of our country all the time. And as a result, it makes people like you guys, the tough guys, really anti anything that doesn't sound like normal employment. That's what it makes you, because of the stigma that's pasted on us by all these things that come in and out of South Africa. Now, tonight you are not going to be sitting through a presentation of one of those. Tonight you are sitting in the halls of a 7-decade-old registered, licensed, and listed insurance company. And I want you to have the confidence of that as you listen to what we have to say and what we are doing here in South Africa. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. There is our FSP number if you want to go and look us up as well on the FSCA's website. Guys, we also want you to know that there are real people running this business. Never thought I'd need to say that. It's quite surprising. Sorry, am I jumping ahead of myself here? No, I am jumping ahead of myself. Guys, you will be able to find us here in this building. Real people, not people made up on Facebook, not people in prisons in Russia, etc., etc. You will be able to find us here in this building from Monday to Saturdays. I'm Brendan Benfield. I am the senior executive here at Dew Point and the founder of this division of Constantia. So when you are upset or angry, you know exactly where to find me. We have this little lady that joined us a couple of years ago, little lady like this, and she said, Brendan, the reason I joined Dew Point was because I know where you live. It was the most terrifying thing anybody's ever said to me. But, of course, it did give me confidence that we're able to prove ourselves in this industry, whereas a lot of stuff out there is just make-believe. This is for real. Now, folks, we are here tonight to discuss Dew Point. What is Dew Point? Well, Dew Point is a system we have created here to put in your hands recurring, reliable, and stable income into the hands of every South African. We want you to be in control of your income. You're not in control of your income at the moment, as you know. If you're full-time employed, someone else decides what you're going to earn, when you're going to earn it, what bonus you're going to get, whether you are even employed or not. Someone else decides. You have no control over your economy either. We had it was not a one, I nearly made that mistake. We had a 7% increase in VAT on Sunday. The newspapers are calling it a 1%, but it's not. It's a 1/14%. That's a 7% increase in VAT. And all of us got affected by it on the 1st of April, Easter morning. What a wonderful Easter present this year for all of us. Did any of you get a 7% raise on the 1st of April? No. But then how are you going to cover the increase in the prices of everything? They just coupled that the cherry on the cake was a 52-cent increase in the petrol price too, which was great because that means we get another 5% increase in prices on top of the 7% increase from VAT. None of us have any control. We put you back in control here at Dew Point. How do we do it? We allow you as individuals to contract with us as what we call wealth engineers. Wealth engineers are given one task here at Dew Point: not selling, not advertising, not advising. You're given one task, the task of connecting individuals to us here at Dew Point. As you connect the people you know to us, you create market penetration for us, and we as Dew Point are then able to come along and facilitate the purchase of our products, creating revenue for ourselves. When we create revenue, we are now in a position to create extra recurring income for you. Now, this is not one of those businesses that sells pots and pans and deodorants and perfumes and mouth creams and cleaning agents, and oh my word, I've seen them all. We do not sell products here. As a result, we are actually able to create a proper recurring income for you, not one that's there when you're selling. Because if that's the case, when you can't sell, you can't make money. If you are sick, if you're on holiday, if you're overworked at work and you don't have the time, now you can't create revenue for yourselves. Here at Dew Point, we use financial services and lifestyle products that run on automatic debit orders, which means that every month, no matter your circumstance, whether you're lying in a hospital or you're on a beach somewhere, it doesn't matter. No matter your circumstances, those debit orders raise, and when they do, your income comes in. You are now able to reliably plan your budget on an income you have control over that you have created. We then layer this system with your ability to leverage others. You're now able to leverage other individuals in creating revenue for yourself. This takes you past what you have in employment. In employment, you can only work from 9 until 5 or 8 until 5. That's all the time they give you, and they're only paying you for that even if they make you work until 10. They're only paying you until 5 o'clock. After that is mahala. You're just doing it out of the goodness of your heart, all right? And you can only do so much with your two hands, okay? Whereas in our system, you're able to take others, put them into what we call your channels, effectively teams, and they are now able to work when you cannot work in creating market penetration for us, growing your revenue even as you sleep here at Dew Point. What is very important to note is that this is not an employment contract. We do not employ anyone here at Dew Point. We're simply putting this tool in your hands, and you completely independently of us get to choose when and how you use the tool. It is a tool that's an input-output tool. Whatever you put in, it's going to put out. That is left up to you. Now, there is no risk in becoming a wealth engineer here at Dew Point. None at all. We have built into our system the ability to remove you from financial risk. Everywhere else you go, what do you got to do? You've got to buy the starter kit. You've got to pay the entrance fee. You've got to pay monthly fees, marketing fees, admin fees, sometimes even application form fees. At Dew Point, there are none of these costs. By simply being a product owner here at Dew Point, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional charge. Financial risk is not part of your decision-making process this evening at all. In addition, because you're not intermediaries, you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not selling, you're not advertising, you're not advising, everyone in South Africa can be a wealth engineer in the Dew Point system. It does not require any specific education or experience. And that means that everybody is able to build for themselves, probably for the first time, their very own asset. Now, why do we call it an asset here? Because it is built on recurring income. Income that is there every month means that you can now price your channel. And when you can price your channel, you can sell it. You can sell it to somebody else. Nowhere else in South Africa are we building things as South Africans that we can sell. Nowhere. Not for ourselves, not personally. And when you die one day, do you get to hand your job over to your kids? No, you don't. You're going to fall off that wheel. They're going to find somebody else to put on the wheel after you. You do not get to say, here, you have built something that is now saleable. And in addition, when you pass away one day, it'll be transferred automatically to your children. And the income that you have created during your lifetime will now be an income that they earn. And so we have created what we've wanted to do at Dew Point, which is generational legacy and asset. You have now got something that won't just affect your life, it'll affect the life of all the generations to come after you, your children, your grandchildren, etc., etc. Now, we have designed this system to be convenient for you. Because there is so much stigma in South Africa, believe you me, the last thing we wanted to do at Dew Point was start another network marketing company. That was not what we wanted to do. That's not what we wanted to do. We did not want people selling things to their friends and being blocked on Facebook and, unfriended and no more, that's not what we wanted. And so we designed a system where you do not have to sell anything. We contract you out of selling. So no more selling. And so your excuse this evening, I don't know how to sell, gone, because you're not selling anything at Dew Point. The second thing was we didn't want anybody to have to pick up stock and products. We didn't want you to have to come to our warehouse and open up your bucky and go and fill your fridge at home and then worry about the stuff going off and having to give it to people and running back to people every month to beg them to buy stuff you know is better at Checkers, but you want them to buy it from you so that you can get income. We didn't want any of that, so we eliminated. There's no products. And we didn't want anybody to have to do presentations. Using our technology, there's only two people that are ever going to present Dew Point to anybody, and that's me and Rob. Using our technology, we're in your pocket 24 hours a day, wherever you are in the country. You can pull us out, and we're ready to present the Dew Point opportunity to you. This is a system that does not cater to stigma. Whatever stigma you might have this evening, it does not apply to Dew Point. We have eliminated all of it, leaving you with one task. The one task of connecting individuals to us here at Dew Point. Now, how do you connect people to Dew Point? Well, there's one of four ways. Firstly, you go to our information counter. You can buy one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It's got the presentations on it. You plug it into a TV, a laptop, a computer, and there we are, one click away from doing the presentation for you. No data even required. The second way of connecting people, as you can see, you can come to one of our presentations here. Monday through Saturday, night times, lunch times, mornings, we're doing presentations here. You find a time that's convenient for you, bring your people, and we'll do the presentation to you. The third way of connecting to us is through our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Dew Point. You'll find all the presentations we've ever done there. You can go and pick your favorite ones. I understand I was excellent on Monday night. You can go and watch that one. Apparently I was very good on Monday. Go and watch that one. Pick your favorite one, and anywhere, any time of the year, any time of the day, you are one click away from showing somebody the Dew Point opportunity. If you know how to click play, you now know how to do Dew Point. It's the only task you have. And so people say to me often, Brendan, how do I convince people to come to Dew Point? I say to them, you don't convince them at all. What you say is, do you require extra income? They say, yes. You go, click. That's what you do. And then they say, no, just give me a summary. You go, no problem, here's a summary, click. And they go, no, just tell me about the products. No problem, here's the products, click. That's it. You do not ever engage with individuals. That's what we do. That's our target. It's a system of convenience for you. Now, the third way of connecting people to us is through our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, night times, lunch times, mornings, 6 days a week, is broadcast live across the country, which means if you've got a screen and an internet connection, you can be live in the room with us, full color, HD, surround sound, every time we go live. If you're stuck at work, you can just click play at work. You get free internet at work. Click play, gather your folks around, and you're in the room with us. If you're stuck at home or at church or in a coffee shop or wherever you might be, you pull out your phone, your tablet, your computer, even your TV if it's plugged in, and you click play, and you are live with us 6 days a week. We were talking about this just a little bit before this presentation. We said, where else in the country, what else in the country will give you live, fresh, new content every single day of the week? What system? What stigma? What will give you that? Dew Point is the only one that we know of that's doing it. Now, this evening, we've got people all around the country watching Dew Point. You don't have to come to our head office. Using our live broadcast tonight, we've got teams in Pretoria. Donnie is out there in Pretoria. We've got teams in Alberton. All right, Rulof and his teams in Alberton. We've got Spamandla down in Durban and his teams down there. We've got Eastern Cape teams watching us. I'm sure Molotlotana's up here from the Bloemfontein and the Free State tonight, but she's got teams down in the Free State watching us. You never have to come back to our office ever again. You never have to. This is if it's we're in the middle of Bryce, it's inconvenient to be here. But because of our tools, you can build your business anywhere in the country by simply having a screen and an internet connection. Everything is on your phone and ready for you. This is not like something you've seen or heard about before this evening. Now, as you show people and connect people to us here at Dew Point, some of the individuals are going to want to become wealth engineers. Not everybody, because some of the people are like you. They're the toughies. They're like, no, not for me. No problem. Not everybody is going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. We understand. But some will. And when they do, we make them wealth engineers here as well, and we allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These individuals go out. They go and talk to all of their friends. Some of their friends say, no, not for me. But others go, hey, I want to start changing my future. This is something I can do. We make them wealth engineers, and again, we allocate them to you. And this happens over and over again as your channel spreads out and penetrates into the South African economy for us here at Dew Point. We then, as Dew Point, come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout this channel that you have created for us, and your income is born. Now, folks, what's important to note is that this is not a pyramid scheme. Okay, that's not. The South African government is a pyramid scheme. One president, two vice presidents, four. That's a pyramid scheme. We are not a pyramid scheme. Okay? At Dew Point, we are a licensed, listed, regulated by 8 regulators, and someone tested me on that, and I found 10, but I'll stick to 8. There's 8 regulators and 156 pieces of legislation that govern this business. It is not a pyramid scheme. It is not a Ponzi scheme. And it is also not a get-rich-quick scheme, which comes as a great disappointment to 99% of the people that come here. They're all hoping they can walk in here and walk out rich. Folks, there's no such thing as a get-rich-quick scheme. And if somebody tells you that they've got something that'll make you rich quickly, they're lying. They're about to take your money and leave the country. That's what they're about to do. Folks, here you've come to probably one of the only get-rich-slowly schemes in the country. Here, the price of success is time. Whereas not financial, we do not take your money here, but we are going to take your time. You are going to have to commit time to creating the wealth, the recurring, lifetime, generational wealth that we create for you here is going to cost you time. Not 1 month, not 5 months, years of your time with us. But as you do that, you will change everything about your future with us. This is not a scheme. But as you apply your time and energy and create penetration for us into the economy, you put us in the position to start with the first mechanism of this business. And that is the facilitation of the purchase of our products. As you do that, we have 3 products that we facilitate into your channel. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. Our Access Wealth Plan costs 324 Rand a month. And for 324 Rand a month, you get 2 independent products. Your first is your very own tax-free investment account. Okay? It is a no notice, no restriction, no penalty account, which means that whatever money you put in there is immediately available to you. And we take 100 Rand of that 324 Rand and we put it in every month into your investment account, and you can draw it at any time. The second product that you get for the remaining 224 Rand a month is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries get your investment and its value and 120,000 Rand for 324 Rand a month. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It costs 299 Rand, and for 299 Rand a month, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. No matter your age, no matter your pre-existing conditions, no matter your job, how risky it is, no matter where you live, no matter what, everybody that comes here can get 1.2 million Rands worth of insurance, personal accident cover for 299 Rand a month. Now, folks, our entire system is geared towards our primary objective of creating wealth in the hands of South Africans. This means we do not have cover for illness or natural causes in any of our products. Why? Because the moment we put that into our products, we now have to risk rate everyone you bring in here. How old are you? What pre-existing illnesses do you have? What job do you do? And that adjusts the price up and up and up until the average South African cannot be insured. Here at Dew Point, no matter who you bring, no matter what their circumstances, everyone that arrives here gets our insurance for 299 Rand a month. And it means that everybody you bring here, you can put into your business and create revenue from that person. That's our objective here. Our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. For our Wealth Points Buyers Club, you pay 299 Rand a month and you get the leverage of our 7 decades of being a financial services company in South Africa. We go to suppliers all the time and negotiate the best prices, discounts, account managers, services, in retail stores, motor manufacturers, data suppliers, entertainment, gyms, travel agencies, you name it, we've got those suppliers, and you get access to all of them for 299 Rand a month. You simply go to our website, you go to our products show you all of our suppliers, our list of suppliers, and under each one we explain to you how you can use that supplier to improve your personal economy. So not only are we building income, we're also reducing expenditure through this product. We love it. It's 299 Rand a month. It's not our non-financial, non-insurance product, but we believe it gives such immediate value to our wealth engineers. Now, with the first mechanism in place, we now are in a position to put the second mechanism in place, and that is how we reward you in this system. We reward you in two ways. The first way is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment that is made in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel that payment was made. Sounds complicated, but it's not. This is how it works. You go out, you chat to a few of your friends. Some of them become wealth engineers, not you guys, because you're the difficult guys, remember? But some of the others become wealth engineers. They pay for their products, and you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. You have introduced them yourself. They're on your first point, R55. Not R1, not R12, not R5. I've seen all these numbers. R55, 21st century money. Now, you're in control of your income here at Dew Point. We don't pay you for people. We pay you for paid products, which means that all the people that got introduced to Dew Point can take more than one product. If they take 2, you get R110. If they take 3, you get R165. This is real money in the 21st century that we can use here in South Africa. These folk go out, they chat to a few more of their friends. Some become wealth engineers, pay for their products, and again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%. That's R55. That's R55 for every product, every month that is paid in your channel. In this particular example, you've been here 5 minutes. You've put a handful of people into your channel, and you're now earning R1,000 a month. 12,000 Rand a year that you have created for yourself with a few minutes in the Dew Point system. You put a little bit more time and effort into the growth of your channel, and you now earn on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But from the 8th point on, you have unlimited potential in the earnings that you can create for yourself here at Dew Point. From the 8th point on, you will always get 4% of R27.50 where you qualify to earn. When you go to our YouTube channel after this, and you go and you find out how to qualify to earn, you will find a short 6-minute video. That is how long it's going to take me to explain how complicated our system is. 6 minutes on how to get qualified. And once you have watched that 6-minute video, you will understand how we have created generational legacy here. Because once you have passed on, maybe you've grown a channel that's 25 points big and you're earning on all 25 points. You hand it over to your children. Your children grow to 100 points. They will earn on all 100 points in the Dew Point system where they qualify to earn. We have created generational legacy here for South Africans. As a 7-decade-old insurance company, we are not worried about tomorrow. We are worried about the generations to come after us. That is a huge distinguishing feature between us and just about every other system in South Africa today. Now, what does this translate to on the ground? What does it mean? What is the rands and cents? All right, that's a good question. Let's do the math. Tonight's Third Degree Thursday. You get to raise the questions. One of the questions we get asked all the time is, how much am I going to earn? Well, I have no idea how much you're going to earn. That's the honest answer. Every one of you is independent. I'll give you the tool. You go decide how much you're going to earn. So what I can do is only give you averages. We pulled 2 decades of data. You can see this is not our first rodeo. 2 decades of data. And we worked out what we think are realistic and conservative milestones for you to use. We use a growth rate formula called the 3+2 formula. It says that you, brand new, you come in, you want to do just a little bit of work. You're going to do 3+2. The 3 means in your first month with us, you put just 3 people into your channel. You're responsible for it. You put 3 people in your first point in your first month. We think that that's very conservative. We've got guys who put 35 plus in their channels in 1 month. To ask you to do 3, we think is reasonable. Go and ask your mom and your dad and your brother. They'll all say no. Then you'll go to your friends and you'll find the 3. Okay? Because when you go to your mom and dad tonight, they're all going to laugh at you and go, pyramid scheme. Because you gave them the 30-second incorrect version of what I've done over 60 minutes. All right. But then you'll get it right. You'll go to your friends. You put 3 in your first month. And then in every month thereafter, you put 2 people in. That's what you're responsible for. Every single month thereafter, though. I've got to grow you. Including Christmas, yeah, you've got to find 2 people, 1 every 2 weeks. And your birthday month, you're going to have to find 2 people in that month too, okay? Every month you've got to put 2 people. This is not a big ask, guys. 1 person every 14 days. I think you can do it quite conservatively. Now, if you can do that over time, and we apply our lapses and our cancellation rates and people not doing 3+2 and all of that to the mathematics, we believe that these are milestones you can aim for. After 6 months, 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. That's not big numbers. No, this is not Facebook. We're not promising you 100,000 Rand after 90 days because that's nonsense. This is 2,500 rand every month going forward, potentially for the rest of your life. 30,000 rand a year that you have now increased your household income by. Remember, you don't quit your job to do this. That would be ridiculous in our current economic climate. This you're going to add to your lifestyle. So you now get an extra 2,500 rand a month going forward. After 12 months, you're now up to about 9,000 to 10,000 rand a month. That's 120,000 rand a year with us. We think these are quite reasonable, quite conservative. I'm going to show you why in a minute. 10,000 rand every single month going forward 1 year from now. Easter next year. If you have consistently put time and effort into growing your channel with us. You know that 10,000 rand is like an oxygen tank, hey? You know that. You get to like the middle of the month, you know what it's like? They talk about the end of the month salty crack. They're wrong. It's the middle of the month salty crack. The money's gone in the first 2 weeks. And that's when we put another 10,000 rand into your bank account and you go, that's what 10,000 rand a month does. You've done it in 1 year with us. How many of you are going to be able to survive 1 year? Remember I told you you're going to go home tonight to your parents and your brother or sister and they're going to say no and you're going to quit. That's not even 3 hours. The time, remember the price you pay is time. You're going to be bad at this for 12 months. You are. You're going to be bad at this. We've given you one task, just pushing play, and you're going to be bad at that for 12 months. You are. After 12 months, though, you'll start seeing momentum. We've seen it in the data every time. If you can break through your first year, in your second year, you get the real momentum. Now, in your second year, with you adding those 2 each month, it rises to 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month. 27,000 to 30,000 rand a month, 360,000 rand a year is more than most people are going to earn in their entire careers. You can do that in 2 years if you stick it out, if you pay the price of time. If you do 3 years, it jumps to 45,000 to 50,000 rand a month, 600,000 rand a year. If you can do 4 years with us, it will get to about 60,000 to 65,000 rand a month, 720,000 rand a year. These are conservative milestones. We're not showing off here. We can show off. We've got the people to prove it. But we're showing you what you can reasonably expect with a minimal amount of effort. If you can do 5 years with us, that will rise to 80,000 to 100,000 rand a month. Now that's R1 million a year. You've had to pay the price 5 years. Not 5 days, not 5 weeks, not 5 months. All of which are the time frames in which you're going to be the most vulnerable to quit. Because it's in that time when you are terrible at this job that you're going to choose not to do it. But if you can push past, you have now created a future where you earn R1 million a year, and you have a new, very close friend. His name is SARS. He's going to be a close friend. He's going to speed dial you. That's the future you've created, and that income comes in not once a year, not when you're selling, not when you're healthy and have time, every month, consistently and reliably. It is how we are changing the economy in South Africa. This is not something that you have heard of or seen before. Now, does this actually work in the real world? Well, we ask ourselves that question all the time. And every month, we put people on the stage. We pull just the medium people. We don't put the high flyers up. I told you, that's not what we do at Dew Point. We pull up people earning a couple hundred rand a month, people earning a couple thousand rand a month, people earning tens of thousands of rands a month. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll find testimony of people earning over 100,000 rand a month. It's all there. You've got to go and find the stuff, see how people are using it. These are people on the ground who've made the decision to pick the tool up and to do the work, connect individuals to us, and create a different future for themselves altogether. Now, that, in a nutshell, is Dew Point. It's Dew Point. This evening, it's all about the questions. We're going to get to the questions in a minute. But Dew Point is about wealth creation. And our question this evening to you is, do you want to create wealth? Reliable, stable, onshore wealth, not the stuff that keeps vanishing offshore, here, onshore wealth for yourself and your family going forward. Folks, if you do and you want to become a wealth engineer, it's very simple. You go to our website, www.dewpoint.net, you fill out the application form after pushing apply, and without a single cent passing from your hands, your pockets, or your wallets, you are automatically a wealth engineer this evening. And you can start building your channel immediately. If you do, we want you to get serious. We want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Everything we do is on there. You want to know when we go live every day? You've got to be subscribed. You want to know when we're uploading videos? You've got to be subscribed. It is free to subscribe to our channel. Do you see how much money we take from you? People are like, this is a scheme. Well, it's the worst scheme in the world. We're not taking anybody's money. If we're going to have a scheme, let me at least take money from people. Free to subscribe. And then we want you to download our free app. It's in all the app stores. Put it on your phone tonight, on your tablet tonight. It plugs you directly and in real time into your channel here at Dew Point. You can see and watch your channel second by second. It's got on it all the training you require. You click the tools button and there are all the training videos that you need to know how to do Dew Point. We are not the same as anything else that you've done before. Watch the training, your personal documentation, your details, anywhere in the world, anytime. You can download your product documents and read about them and contact us through your app. Make sure you've got it before you leave this evening. All right, wherever you are, you can download it. Now, folks, Third Degree Thursday, it's all about the questions for the last week. We've had individuals submitting questions to us, and we've had to obviously aggregate these to the most common questions. We're going to ask the questions that are probably on your mind this evening. We want you to listen to them, and if you've got more questions, well, we're right here. You don't have to find me on Facebook. I'm out of prison from Russia. You can find me right by the information counter. Okay? Come and ask us afterwards. But these are the most common questions that we've been asked over the last week. And I'm going to pull up, I'm not even going to answer all of them. I'm going to pull up people who are using the tool. They'll answer it for you and tell you what is happening here at Dew Point, because we want you to understand that this is not what you thought it was. This is not something that's going to be here and gone tomorrow. This is how we are changing personal economies here in South Africa today. All right, so first up this evening, I've got a young man called Shadrach. Shadrach is from Newcastle, KZN. All right, so for those of you who think that you can't build this business outside of this office, Shadrach's been doing quite well. As you can see, Shadrach has been with us for about a year now. About a year. Hey, Shadrach? About a year, coming from KZN, drove up here today. He's got a fantastic story. And tonight, Shadrach's going to be answering the question that's come up quite a lot this week. I'm doing all the work for my downline, and yet it does not seem to be duplicating. What am I doing wrong? Wealth engineers, you'll know that feeling well, won't you? I'm doing everything for everybody, and it's not working. Shadrach, won't you come up, join us up here, and tell us how you're solving this problem?
Yes.
Here we go. There we go. Grab it. There's your spot.
Yes. Thanks.
Shadrach, swallow that mic.
Yes. Greetings, everyone, again. Yes. Are you guys wealth engineers? Are you not well? Okay. Thanks. By the way, I'm Musa Shadrach Shugela Twala, all the way from Newcastle. Again, I'm happy to be here. Really, I'll share you a small story. Today I was coming here, and I got an accident along the road. But I'm here. This is my destiny. And I also like to thank my first pointer that I was traveling with. She's got minor injuries, but she said, go ahead and present us in Dew Point. I'm happy now that she sees me here. Her neck will be fine. I've arrived. So, you know, this is a very simple question when we are doing Dew Point in the right way. Truth is, Brendan, there are those who do it, and there are those who don't. But those who do it do succeed. But the question is, who are you really? I'll give you an advice, those who are new builders. A common mistake that we do as new builders is simple. You do everything for yourself. For your first pointer, second pointer, third pointer, hoping everything is going to come well. What's going to happen? All those people that we are assisting, they become lazy. They're hoping that will continue helping them to grow. And what they do, they relax. Eventually, what's going to happen to you? You get exhausted, you get tired, get annoyed. And what you do? You'll end up quitting, trying to build your channel. And let me tell you the reality. I've been doing this business. The answer is focus on your first pointer, building your Dew Point channel. Guys, you must remember that Dew Point channel is not for someone else, it's for your own. So don't focus what's your upline doing or saying, because you lose focus. By building on your first pointer, you started creating momentum and you gain what? Success. Just imagine when you get people who are first pointers who are building, you get encouraged. And what do you see? You see growth in your channel. We've been doing it. Am I right? We've been doing day and night, encouraging people. And never ever made this mistake of placing people on your first, second pointers. The outcome of that is going to be negative. I'm talking from experience. So what you need to do, focus on your first pointer and build your channel. Don't allow other people to say it's going to build your channel or something. The more you get first pointer, Brendan used to say when you put 100, out of those 100, 65 fell off, 5 built in. I'm talking to people every day. 20 sign in, fell off, 3 stay behind. So guys, I'll be honest with you, I won't be long. As a wealth engineer, you need to focus. Don't be all over. I'm talking from experience. People approach me. All corner of South Africa. I end up seeing myself in one of the group. I'm focused. And just a word of advice for you, wealth engineer. This is my destiny. And if you think maybe you can introduce a friend to take go approach Shadrach in your group or WhatsApp group, I'll put all the wealth engineers who are earning. By the way, I'm earning. And guys, the last one, focus on building 2 points. Just gonna rewrite to set yourself target. To set for the next 2-3 months, if I'm putting my first point, don't leave money outside. Because those 55 rand are building from your first pointer is only gonna give you a salary. I'm involved in accident today. I'll be getting a car from 2 point. Even if I don't get, I'm earning Monday from 2 point from my first pointer. I can pay installment. Thank you.
Awesome. Shadrach's a machine. Gets down there. Shadrach loses 20, puts 50 more in. Doesn't matter. You'll see how honest we are here at Dew Point. That's the difference. We don't come up here and we say, it's all roses. You know, you come in here, you put 100 people in, they all pay. No, we know. And so we have evenings like this where we demonstrate to people how real we are being here. This is still work. It is still hard work. But the difference between this work and what you're doing right now is you're creating nothing. In full-time employment, you're creating nothing. What do you take away with you when you leave at night? What can you take home and give to your children? Here, your work translates into your asset, the thing you have that will last you into the generations to come. All right, that was quite a common question that we got. We hope that Shadrach's answered it for you. Morat Lotsan has come up from Bloemfontein today, again proving that anywhere in the country you can build this channel. She does a fantastic job down in the Free State. She's going to own it unless one of you hurries up and grabs it from her. And tonight she's answering a question we've got quite a lot about. This is the thing. We struggle with this sort of people's mentality in South Africa is, no. Unless I see the office, I don't believe it. So I say, well, then why are you using Google? You've never seen Google's head office? Why are you using it? You've just said you're not going to believe in Dew Point until you see the office, but you're using Google. What about Facebook? All of you guys on Facebook, have you been to Facebook's head office? No, then why are you using it? Why are you recommending it to your friends? You see that it's a stupid thing in the 21st century to say, until I see the bricks, I'm going to believe. In Dew Point, you can find everything online about us. Everything, including our licenses. But Morat Lotsan is going to talk about her experience in tackling this because she's built her entire channel outside of Joburg. I think this is probably only the 3rd time you've been to our office. Hey, 3 times. And so this lady's doing very well. Morat Lotsan, come up and give us the answer to that question. There we go. Eat that mic.
Good afternoon. And I'm also greeting my channel throughout the province, wherever you are in the Free State. I am staying 1 hour flight out of Johannesburg. Sometimes it's very horrifying when you land, you have to via Kimberley. And 4-hour drive out of Gauteng province. As a woman, sometimes traveling alone or with a friend, you get lost somewhere along the way. And when you see that sign that says Bloemfontein, you pray in tongues. you say, my goodness, I found my way back home. It's very inconveniencing to come and do the business here in Joburg. When you are out there, you doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. You connect with your channel. You teach them the right skills and attitude on how to work the business the right way, the first time and forever. Secondly, with Joe Point, we know that it is a legit business. With other businesses out there, you find out that there are people you don't even know whether these people are real. You haven't met with them. You haven't even seen them. But the most important part that they are going to do in your life for themselves is to squander your money. Go away with those thousands. Some of them you have even borrowed from from the bank or from your friends. 3 weeks down the line, the scheme has collapsed. You are left bankrupt. You are left with nothing to show, but you have put all the money, all your future, all your children's future into someone else's hands. But with Dew Point is different, people. I'm talking from experience. This is my 3rd time here. I know the officers. I've met the CEO of the company. I've met people like, the leaders in Dew Point. Very helpful. You can communicate with them. You share your frustrations with them in the business. You are never alone. And they help you grow. They've got your interest at heart. As you build your business, you get motivated and you keep on keeping on because your best days are still ahead of you. The reason why in Free State we feel so blessed even when we are away from the head office is because we have chosen our heart. Good people, it is hard to be poor. It's also hard to be rich. But you have to make a choice. Choose your heart. We depend solely on the system that has been designed by Dew Point management for all of us who are operating out of Gauteng province. We connect live streaming. And through the tools whereby we can watch the testimonials, we can even watch the training programs. We feel empowered now and then. We don't feel isolated. We are part of the team. Even when we are from far, the distance doesn't matter any longer because the tools through technology that has been created for us makes us feel being part of this family. And we are just soldiering on. We are looking forward for the better future ahead of us.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Your choice is, are you going to be passionate about being rich or are you going to be passionate about being poor? People often say, particularly on a night like this, people ask the question, would you rather be right or rich? So, as you come in here, people are like, no, I've seen one of these things before, blah, 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 I'm not doing it, it's going to collapse, da, da, da. Would you rather be right or would you rather be wrong about that and actually have something that'll make you wealthy? That's the question. And Molotana, doesn't matter where she is in the country, she's got Dew Point in her pocket with our technology in that app. She can do everything. She can watch us. She can tune into this room from anywhere in the country every day of the week and build her business. This is not a business based in Bryanston. This is a nationwide business. All right, now we've got Francina. You can see from this, Francina's got no personality. There's no personality there at all. Francina is relatively new to this business. She's been here about 6 or 7 months now, so quite early on in this business, but she's been working massively hard. And we got a question that was quite common, came up quite a lot this last week, and we understand it. But Francina is the perfect person to answer it. I'm finding it hard to connect people to Dew Point, and yet I see all these people doing so well. How do they do it? Francina, how are you doing it? Stand there for me and eat that mic.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Francina, as Brendan told you. I'm from Midrand, background and self-employed. I've been a self-employed for a long time, so I didn't work for someone else. I wake up early in the morning by 3 o'clock because I'm running the small mini bakery. So on that bakery, I'm baking my biscuits and the cakes, so that I've got the corner. I just stand on the street to sell that cakes. So while I'm busy selling my cakes, there's some cars stand on me that they're coming to buy that cakes. So while they're buying the cakes, I'm starting to tell them about Dew Point. When I approach the person, I'm just saying, "Hi, my name is Francina. Would you like to earn some extra income? Not only extra income, but extra recurring income. The income that you're gonna get every month." So obviously that person, he or she say, "Yes, I like it." So it's where I'm starting to have a conversation with that person. But I tell them that I cannot explain my business because I'm not a presenter. I'll only simply ask you to come to my office so that we can sit down and have coffee. Then I'll show you my business. Okay, I'll show you my business, and I'll show you how I make that extra recurring income. The thing is, I've realized that many people, they just find the excuses because they say, no, I don't have a time, I cannot do Dew Point because I'm shy to talk to the people. There's no one who must be shy on this business because obviously you need money. So you need to approach people and talk about Dew Point, show the people about this opportunity. I'm so happy to find this opportunity because I see my better life on this business. I always tell the people that the Dew Point, it's a lifetime guarantee. Yes, Dew Point is slowly, but remember that it's slowly, but it's lifetime guarantee.
Thank you, Francina. Fantastic. I always say to individuals that we've got 51 million tries at Dew Point. You have 51 million tries because there's 51 million people in South Africa. You will come across people. There's not like a clock that's counting down that says you only have a month to find somebody. So after a month, if you haven't found someone to talk to, it's okay. Keep going. Do the next month, and the next month, and the next month. This is not a race. It's your tool. You're independent of us, and you use it for as long as it takes to change your economic position. It's not costing you any money along the way. You are, in fact, making money very quickly at Dew Point. Take the time, put it in, and build a different kind of future for yourself. All right, we've got, I call her Rose. She's got about 5 different names, but I believe this is the official one. Mpolo King, she's here with us this evening. Very shy, nice and new, 24th of April, also been around for like a year. Very shy, first time on stage, you'll have to forgive her. Huh? But I know she's got plenty personality. You can see none of the people we put up here are dull. We've got plenty personality. She's going to be tackling another question that's come up a lot. How come some people join my channel but do nothing? And then others join, start building, and then disappear. Why? Why does that happen in your channels? Come up and talk, Rose. Tell us how you're solving this problem.
Good evening, everyone. Okay, my name is Mpulukeng Florence Rose Ndoi. Okay, I'm a student and I'm a compliance officer at Oracle Broker Services. We are the Liberty branch. Well, you can see I started early last year. Some people do join our business and they just drop on the way. The reason being, it's because some of them, they are lazy. Some of them, they are scared to take some risks. And some of them, we black people, we were taught to go to school, to graduate, to get the job, and then after, okay, get married and die. So that's what most of the people are focusing on. But anyway, don't worry about those ones. Just keep on putting your first pointers and make sure that you train them, you watch the videos with them, you work with them, and then you will succeed. There is no point for us to quit because our first pointers or our channel is failing. I've been here for a year now and I'm still in rank 1, but I'll never give up. I will study, I will work, and I'll do due point, and I'll get to where I want to get to. Thank you.
All right. We know that in everything in life, there are those only 20% that are going to do anything. 80%, you go to your office, go and look. There's 20% of the people in your office that are doing the work. The other 80% are watching the 20% doing the work. You've seen the guys digging the trenches on the side of the road. There's one poor sod working and the other 10 guys are watching him. That's all right. It's the same in your office. It is the same everywhere. And it is exactly the same in building penetration and channels into the South African economy with us here at Dew Point. You're going to put a lot of people in. Very few are going to do anything. But it's the few that create your lifetime wealth. It only takes one or two to change everything about your economic future. Do not worry about those you're going to put in that are going to not do anything. It's very normal in every circumstance of life, not just at Dew Point. All right. We're going to have Mola Lotsana come up one more time for us. We've got one more question, I think, am I right? Yes, that I want answered this evening from these folks that have come up quite a lot this week in the questions that have been submitted to us. The question this evening has been, why do some people join my channel and then never pay for their product? What's that all about? You've filled the form out and everything, and you don't pay. What's that all about? There we go.
We are living in a country whereby our people, they feel like they are obligated to say yes to what they're supposed to say no to. Blunt as it is, blue as it is, in the eyes, in the ears of those who have invited them, you still have the right to say no if you feel like not being part of the progress. Sometimes these people, they tend to become people's pleasers. They want to make you feel good. They make very good impressions, but those that last temporary. They fail to remember that when they say yes and they fail to pay for their product, they're actually failing you decimally. They rather say no from the beginning, and you've got nothing to lose. They don't have to waste your time, your money, and your energy, because when you sign up those people at the initial stage and they say yes to the concept, knowing exactly that that product is not talking to their pockets, they're actually making you a mess out of the business. When we meet these people, we must show them the business opportunity. They must understand that they're involving themselves or they're engaging in a system that needs to communicate to their finances up front. They need to buy a product which will serve their need in the time of need. So if they are failing to pay for their product, they are compromising our speed in terms of moving forward. And then at the end of the day, my channel, I know Abdul Khota, wherever you are seated there in Bloemfontein, and Dr. Ross and Mepinki, they normally come to me, towards just after month end, when you have seen this good mark or that good total that is you're about to get into a bank account, and suddenly 3 days later it just scrambles down. They say, I was intending to earn this 15,000 rand or 5,000 rand or 3,000 rand. No, those people haven't paid for their products. We don't worry on such people. We just encourage people that when you feel like not being ready emotionally, even in the pocket, do not waste your time and our time by signing up. Leave it to those who will keeping on in the race. And again, understand that we are in the number game here. Keep on putting people. We say it in Free State. We collect and convert. So when we do that, we are actually minimizing the risk of seeing most of the people that we have put in our channel failing to pay for their product, because immediately when they get the earnings, the products will pay themselves against those earnings. So we encouraging people, let those who feel that they are not yet ready, do not feel any pressure or trying to please those who have invited you. Stay cool, calm and collected. But at the end of the day, you'll see us there. With or without you, we are getting somewhere.
You want to look what success looks like? That's what success looks like. Like everything, we're going to have people that come in that can't afford it, that decide against it later, get cold feet, talk to their mom and dad who laughs at them and tells them it's a pyramid scheme, and they're not going to pay. Again, all of this is very normal and should not disrupt you in the process. Folks, a couple of last questions that I'm going to answer for you that have come up this week that seem to be relatively common. In our Access Wealth product, you saw that was the one with the tax-free investment account and 120,000 rands worth of personal accident cover. Why in the first month do we just raise 224 and then thereafter the 324? Well, in our first month, we open your investment account. So we only charge you for the insurance cover during that month. In the second month, we then have an open investment account. We can take your 100 Rand allocation, the extra 100 Rand, and put it into an investment account. So when you become an Access Wealth product owner, don't stress if it's only 224 Rand in the first month. It doesn't matter. Next month, it'll be 324 and your investment allocations will go in. When will Dew Point visit my city? We get that one so much. All right, when am I coming down to Durban? Well, that's a question that again stems from the fact that people believe that they need me to come to their city to help grow their channels. Ladies and gentlemen, Dew Point's been built from the ground up to be an international company. We put everything in your pocket. Your phone has everything in it. I never ever have to come to your city. Now, we do go to certain cities when we see that that areas are growing at an incredibly rapid rate and are expanding. We'll come down. That's your responsibility. Get that region on fire and we'll come down. But in the meantime, no, you don't need us to come down to build your channels. We've got, as we've shown you today, people from around the country that don't need us in their cities. They grow by themselves using the technology that we have. My upline is no longer active in Dew Point. What do I do? This is such a common. The guy who introduced me has quit. He's quit because his mom told him it was a pyramid scheme and he's out. What do I do now? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a network marketing business. It might sound like it is, but it's not. The person above you has got nothing to do with your channel. Your channel is your channel. They don't even earn on what you do unless they're working. It's yours. It doesn't matter whether you've got a guy above you or below you. It doesn't matter. Your channel is yours. You will go and grow and make it your wealth out there. In our system, you are not connected or you do not require the input of other people in our channels to get your success. You build your own success here. So do not worry if the person who brought you here and connected you is gone. It means nothing to you. You carry on building your wealth and your channel here with us. How do I use the Wealth Points program? That's our third product. We often get that question. There's firstly a training video on YouTube. Watch the training video. It'll help you how to use that product. Secondly, simply go to our website. If you're a wealth engineer, log in. Click at the top, log in, click Wealth Points under the menu, and it shows you the entire list of suppliers. And on each supplier, as you click and open it, it shows you how to use that supplier. So if you want to use them to get discounts and services and account, simply go to the website, dewpoint.net, log in, products, lists of suppliers, how do we use them, okay? Very simple. Go and do that there for you. And then I keep getting approached by people from other networks, even in Dew Point's parking lot. Saturday mornings, handing out cards in the parking lot, okay? How do I know which network to be a part of? Well, ladies and gentlemen, nobody can answer that question for you. Nobody can. The only thing we can say to you is we are not really aware of many networks in South Africa that are actually South African networks. This Dew Point Constantia Insurance Company is a 7-decade-old South African insurance company. You can find the people, you can find the building. You know where we are. Our investments currently sit on Sanlam's portfolio. I think you've all heard of Sanlam, haven't you? You can join Whichever network you like. We don't really care. But just make sure you know where you're putting your money and where you're dedicating your time to. And when you've picked one, pick one. You know, I love it. I love it. I get people in here who laugh at me. Brendan, how can you say you must only do one network and da-da-da-da-da? Because they know better. They know better. Folks, we've been doing this for many decades here. I can tell you, go and do some research. Go and do it yourself. No one has ever succeeded in doing more than one network at the same time. Not ever. Some have, they're in prison. Or have the hawks looking after them right now. Those that have changed their lives completely by building in a direct selling environment have always done it by picking one and sticking to it. Because the price of success in every direct selling system is time. And you cannot spread your time. No matter how clever you think you are, you cannot spread your time across multiple networks. It is a physical impossibility. Pick one and go for it, whichever one you want. Dew Point, we believe that we have created not a network marketing company, an economic solution backed off of a listed and licensed insurance company. That's what we believe that we have done here. Your decision is your decision. Now, folks, to help you get going, here at Dew Point, we run monthly wealth quests. Our wealth quests are easy challenges for you every month. There's a couple of criteria. You complete the criteria, and you are rewarded with a tool. That tool is different every month, and you usually get to pick from a bunch. This month, we're running the Young Guns Wealth Quest Challenge. It says that if you can find 2 people, remember the +2 every month? Do you remember? If you can find 2, and you can get those 2 qualified, what have they got to do to get qualified? They've got to put 3 people in. Did you see how complicated our system was? I just explained it to you in 3 fingers. All right? To get them qualified, they've got to put 3 people in. And if you get 2 of them to do that and everybody paid by the end of this month, you can pick from 5,000 rands worth of cash, your very own large screen smart LED TV, not for watching movies on, for watching the Dew Point presentation on. And your very own iPad, Apple iPad, not Fong Kong Voda tablet or whatever. Apple, you peel it out the plastic yourself from here. You will pick from one of those 2. We got plenty a month left, ladies and gentlemen, for you to find those 2 people under the age of 30 and get them qualified and paid by the end of the month. This is your choice here at Dew Point. Then for our rank 4s and above, we've got our 90-day challenge running. Don't forget it. 31st of May, if you put 5 new rank 2s in by then, it's 25,000 Rand in cash to you. I'm expecting all of our rank 4s and above to be bleeding this challenge at the moment. It should be the most important thing in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things you might say at the end of all of this is, well, I don't know how to do this. And we know that. We know that that's a legitimate complaint or reason for not doing Dew Point. And so we built an entire training program to help you from beginner to expert. It is the best training program in the country. Why? Because it doesn't give you pads and plastic pens and a name tag like you get at your training at work, but it actually forms part of how we reward you in our system. By simply putting you through a series of steps, you accumulate what we call experience points here, XP points. They grow measuring and determining your experience in our system. As you do that, naturally your channel starts growing, and where you meet the criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up in the system. And when we rank you up, we reward you. As you get better, remember the first year you're going to be terrible at this. That's all right. Like Rosa said, it's taken her a year to get to rank 2. No problem. She has moved already through the training process. Other people will go to rank 2 in the first week. It all depends on you. But as you grow and mature, we start rewarding you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. But as you get more mature and your channels get bigger, well, the cash starts getting a lot more serious. Then, at rank 5 and beyond, we start to equip you with tools. At rank 5, we give you a lightning memory stick imported from the United States of America, filled with our downloads, testimonies, tools, everything you need to connect people to Dew Point without even having to use data. At rank 7, we give you a 12,500 Rand set of business cards that is imported and custom made for you. It is gold gilded, gold printed, and on imported paper. There is nothing like them in the country right now. When you pull that card out, people connect to Dew Point. Go and take a look. Find the people that are in the audience this evening. They'll show you their cards, or you can go and look in the glass cabinet and you will see what these ingots of gold look like. It's gold gilding that you get at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you do, we take you and your family away on an all expenses paid 5-star business class 1 week away trip. Every year. Now we go in December. We don't go like in winter when it's cheap and cold. We go in December when it's hot and expensive. And you don't pay for the air tickets. And you don't pay the airport taxes. And you don't have to pay for your drinks when you get there. It's all expenses paid. And we go every year. Go and look at the pictures. Look at the videos. We go every year. If you don't think it's real, go and see it. We've already booked this year. We know where we're going. The hotel's ready and waiting for us. Now, you shouldn't get too excited because you're not rank 9. You're rank 0. And rank 9 is a long way away from rank 0. But we know that this business is hard. Not because it's hard to connect people. That's easy. It's hard because it's emotionally hard. You're going to put a lot of time in. And we build this program to train you and to motivate you along the way as you hit milestones with us. And when you do hit rank 9, whether it's this year, whether it's next year or the year after, you will ultimately, there's not competitions here. I don't start from 0 every year. You keep going every year. When you do, your Christmas holidays look like this.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand on at the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
It looks all right, hey? That's our baby holiday. Our program goes up to rank 28 at the moment. It's not got a ceiling. That's just where we're up to at the moment. And there's 4 holidays around the world in that trip. And it's great. It's not holidays with a whole bunch of Americans in the pool with you. You don't have to learn to speak Chinese when you go there. It's just your holiday. It's your trip. You come and it's all expenses paid and you're with the people that you've built your business and your wealth with. Are you going to get there this year? Well, you can. Record to rank 9 is 5 months. Average is about 19 months. All right. So if you're not there by 6 months, don't quit. Just keep going. But if you want to beat the record, 5 months the record. That's the record. It's up to you. You'll decide what you want to do in the dew point system. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. It's not financed through us. We don't rent it to you. We don't brand it, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. It's your car. And you will use it to build your freedom here at Dew Point. I think you can see, ladies and gentlemen, that no matter what your questions might be, your stigmas or your concerns, Dew Point is very serious about what they're doing here. We have put tens of millions of rands worth of capital into this business. We've brought the best people in the industry together to create something that's not just for this lifetime, but for every generation in South Africa. If you've got more questions, it's fine. Come and ask us. Ask the people that brought you here this evening. Watch our YouTube channel. Look at how we've addressed other concerns on those videos and in those videos. And come and find me and my staff at the counter. But don't walk away tonight from what we believe is arguably the only option we as South Africans have left right now, which is this tool that you can build a lifetime income with. Wealth generation for generations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for sticking around with us. I'll see you all outside, and thanks for all of you guys around the country that have tuned in live tonight.